Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Radman, and I am Michael. I just saw you made a comment over at my website, and I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. So right now you say, I need to get 80 points, but in my last exam I could get 56. So you got 15 points on the reading. You got 6 points on the listening, you had 19 points on the speaking, and 16 points on the writing. You said, can I get 100 points in at least in 1 month? The answer is no, probably not. It's not normal to improve that quickly with your academic English language proficiency. So then you say, if not, how can I get 80 points? It's probably not likely that you can go from 56 to 80 in 1 month either. I'll be honest with you. Here's what I see. I've been teaching TOEFL online now since about 2008, and I've taught probably about 12 to 15,000 students over that time, and usually students improve gradually. There's not really any miraculous gains. You're probably looking at about 5 to 10 points in your overall TOEFL score for each month that you study, if you study diligently, if you have a good plan. So how can I help you get 80 points? I have 3 specific recommendations right now. Number 1, I'm going to tell you to be patient. Don't think of things in 30-day increments. Think of things in terms of your language improvements, and usually improvements don't just happen in 4-week increments. It happens over a period of a few months. Keep that in mind. Okay, number 1, stay in the habit, or get in the habit if you're not doing it, but read about 45 to 60 minutes every day, Radman. You can read magazines, newspapers, and longer books. This is very important. It will help you learn to concentrate better. Start doing this every day. Even if you don't understand everything you read, keep doing it. It's very important. Number 2, get in the habit of spending about 45 to 60 minutes every day with listening. You can focus on news, documentary history, maybe science programs, especially science programs, in fact, because a lot of TOEFL-type listening passages will have science-type programs. Now, in both cases, work on developing your system of note-taking. Now, it's not going to happen immediately, and your notes will not be complete and accurate for the first few weeks. But if you keep at it, your notes will become better and better, and pretty soon you will be able to get the main and most important supporting points of those reading and listening passages. And yes, you want to get in the habit of note-taking on reading passages. This is important, trust me. I have interviewed many TOEFL students. I have taught many TOEFL students, all of whom got over 100. Every single time they all use notes on all parts of the TOEFL exam. They use notes especially on the reading part of the exam. Okay, now, once you're in the habit of spending an hour a day during the reading and the listening, that's 2 hours every day for the next few months, you can now use your notes to either write a summary of some of those reading and listening passages, or you can also orally summarize those reading and listening passages. Of course, that's going to help you practice your integrated speaking and integrated writing proficiencies. It's going to be very, very important for you with your studies. So now you're doing those 2 things. That's 2 hours every day for the next 90 days. Now my recommendation is my 90-day TOEFL study guide. And that will give you some really good practice with your vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, and writing and speaking areas. And especially, you want to focus a lot right now with the vocabulary area of my course. And that's going to help you in many areas of your English language proficiency. Remember, with your listening here, you're at 6 points, so you want to really work a lot on taking these suggestions. Now, if you go through my 90-day TOEFL study guide, you spend 2 hours a day doing that. You're doing 2 additional hours doing the reading and the listening practice. Now, You're at 4 hours a day over the next 3 months. This will help you to begin improving your academic English language proficiency. Now, I cannot say for certain if you can reach 80 in 90 days. Maybe sooner, maybe later. I'm not God. I don't know exactly. Every student is different. We don't all work the same. We don't have the same brains. We don't all progress in exactly the same way. But if you keep following my suggestions, you will get better. All right? Now, my last suggestion is you got to hang in there. And if you get impatient or restless and you want to take the TOEFL exam, what I would do is maybe after a month and a half, you can take a full-length IBT practice test. You can do that by going to the 8th section of my course, and I will make sure that all 6 speaking tasks are graded and both of your writing tasks are graded, and you can get an accurate score right now to see where you are. And that's a mark. You can measure your progress at that point, and then you can maybe make some adjustments in your study habits. You may have to spend more or fewer hours studying depending on what that result is, and then you can get ready. Maybe after 90 days you may take one more practice test to see where you are, and that will let you know if you're close to the goal of 80. And that way you don't have to take the TOEFL and spend 200 hours and then find out you haven't reached your goal. I can help you see where you are before you make that big investment. All right, Radman? Anyway, thank you very much for your comments. I will include a link to my 90-day TOEFL study guide. Now, keep in mind that once you make your payment and you become one of my students, you can actually use my course any way you want. You will have complete unlimited access to all 630 of my lessons. You'll get practice in all areas, right? So you can use the study guide I suggest, or you can go directly to my website and study anything you want, anywhere you want, as long as you have a good internet connection. So the study guide is a recommendation specifically based on the information that you gave me, but you do have the option to use my online course however you want. The most important thing is you should begin posting pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice tests online, because most students, let's face it, you can study a lot of vocabulary and reading and listening things on your own, but you can't get the feedback with the pronunciation, speaking, and the writing areas. And I can give you feedback in all those areas, right? I will give you either audio or video or written feedback every time you do a practice test at my website. All right, and remember, whenever you have questions, just send me an email, or you can make a comment directly back at the website where you made your comment here, and I will help you. All right, have a great day, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.